Okay, today we're looking at the Oyster 10-speed blender. If you notice at the bottom, we have the buttons: off, low, high, grate, blend, grind, liquefy, and ice crush. Ice crush would be the same as the pulse button. If you look at the blender, it's also called the Oysterizer. It is a red finish. We do have the cup. It is a plastic made cup. It does have measurements on the sides of 6 cup or 1.5 liter. If you notice the top, it is a rubber made with a plastic cap that you twist to the left or to the right to create a locking mechanism. Now let's take a look at the bottom. We do have a black cover that you twist off and you get for easy cleaning to get to the metal blades that are 4 blades. It also has a rubber garnish to create a tight seal once you close it back in. Also, the cup and the cover has some sticks on the sides to create a non-slipping surface for the blender once you do have it on. Okay, if you notice at the bottom, it is a metal connection that it has. Is better than the plastic ones. And we do have the holes for the motor at the bottom also. It is a US plug. And let's go ahead and today and test it out with a pea soup. Okay, so what we did is boiled split peas for about 2 hours. To the boil, we added garlic and onions. If you want to add carrots, celery sticks, that's all up to you to give it that extra taste. So what we have for the seasoning is dried up oregano, some salt, some dried up basil, and some black pepper. What we're going to do, because it is hot, we're going to take this cup of plastic and do it in 2 batches. Okay, because it is hot, it does create pressure on the blender once you start blending, and it might kick off the top. So that's why you want to release some pressure at the top using the plastic cap that it has. By opening it, it would release pressure once you start blending. In this step, it's better to have cautions. You don't want to get burned. So let's go ahead and put that in low and start liquefying. Okay, now the consistency is up to you. If you wanted more liquid, then you would add more water. If you wanted more thick, then you would add less water to the boil. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that for both batches. Okay, once you have done that, let's pour it back on the blender and let's season in it. Okay, which is half a teaspoon of basil, oregano, salt, black pepper, and what I'm going to add to give it that soup flavor is a teaspoon of vinegar. Okay, it's going to be a lot easier to mix in the seasoning here in the blender that we're already using. And what we're going to do after that is take it to the stove with a saucepan or a soup pan and heat it up for 3 to 5 minutes, depending on your stove. That would incorporate all the flavors and give it that nice soup flavor. Once you have already done that, you could garnish it or give it an extra kick or extra flavor with whatever you want. What I'm going to do today is use cayenne pepper, some paprika, and some parsley. And this is going to be a side dish for some yuca, which is some cassava, and some boneless pork shoulder that you're going to see at the end. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask and put your comments at the bottom. Thank you.